In this video, I'm going to show you how to stop the endless drifting through life and instead how to uncover and step onto your happiest and most fulfilling path, your personalized path to fulfillment. And by doing so, allowing you to experience fulfillment and contentment and happiness on repeat, starting today. If you stay to the end, I'll personally hand you a special gift limited to those who are still watching at the end, designed to propel them down the path that we're going to talk about. You've been waiting long enough, so let's jump right in. We're going to talk about your personalized path to fulfillment. What we're talking about is your journey through life. And what I say is any journey can be put on a map, even your journey through life. What we're looking at here is what I call the map of life. And like any map, it has north, south, east, west, and a starting point at about a 5 out of 10. We've all heard the saying that when things go south, they go bad. So in life, we naturally want to avoid that as we go. So our most desirable and most sought after journey through life is straight north from our 5 out of 10, the starting point, unrestricted, unchallenged, until we hit our 10 out of 10 life, which is a happy, fulfilling, contented experience of life without any challenge and without any disruption. That's what we hope for. But what we get in life is a totally different kettle of fish. We're never taught about purpose and fulfillment at school. And sometimes we get the advice, get a job, work hard. Other times we just work out, if I want to do stuff on the weekend, if I want to hang with my friends, if I want to own a car, I'm going to need a job to survive. We're left with trial and error after that. So that's what we do. We leave school, we get a job. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad. Our experience of life goes up, it goes down. We swap jobs, we chase overtime. And generally we just kind of drift through life until at some point in our 30s and our 40s, we kind of reach a point where we're like, hang on, I've been having a good crack at this game of life for a while now, and I know I'm not at my 10 out of 10 life. And this is a bit confusing because none of us have lacked any effort, none of us have lacked any talent. Every time the alarm clock goes off in the morning, we get up and we head off to work. As we move through life, we move through a few different stages. If we reach this sort of 3 to 4 out of 10, how do we know? Well, if you're not sure where you are in life, I would say you're at a 4 out of 10 like I was, if your life experience sounds a bit like this, that despite the image you present to the world, your cup, your happiness cup, rarely feels as full as you would want it to be. It always feels like there's more out there in life, but you can't access it. And you've been trying for years to improve it with no great success, maybe changing jobs, maybe changing careers, maybe study, maybe even some self-development, maybe chasing more money and overtime. The most painful bit when you get into your 20s and your 30s and you're only a 3 to 4 out of 10 is we actually end up with no clue what to do next to change it. We've tried so many different things without success that at this point we are clean out of ideas as what to do next, and that's the real frustrating bit. We can end up stuck, and that feels a bit like unfulfilled, confused, lost, deflated, exhausted, and losing hope. And sometimes it's not uncommon when we get to this point to just give up on fulfillment, settle for what we've got, and instead compensate with anything that kind of brings us relief through a temporary high: drugs, alcohol, social media, sex, etc. So if we're going through life and we know we want a 10 out of 10, we can feel that internally, that's our desire. But despite all the effort over 15, 20, 25 years, we can only manage a consistent 3 to 4 out of 10. The question that's brought us all here is, how do I find my personalised path to fulfillment? How do I get this picture for myself? How do I leave the daily grind behind and start to feel fulfillment and contentment on repeat? Well, here's the answer you've been waiting for. Some of you have been looking for it for a long, long time. I know I was. And the answer is to uncover and live your purpose, to identify, which means to identify what the most fulfilling destination looks like for you. That's how you get to your 10. And then I hear you say, but how do I do that? That's what I've been trying to do for the last 20 years. And I understand. And the answer to that question is this: you have to know yourself. The age-old advice, know thyself. You have to understand how you are unique with as much depth and clarity as possible. As humans, we are infinitely individualistic. There's 8 billion humans on the planet, and there's no two of those are the same. We're completely unique, all of us. So to step into our purpose and to step onto our most fulfilling path through life, our life has to reflect that. And I can hear you say again, I already know myself, but I can still only manage a 3 or 4 out of 10. So test how well you do know yourself. Here's some quick fire questions. See if you can answer them as we go. E.g., what are 5 strengths of yours? What are your 5 greatest strengths? What are your 5 highest values? Which another name for those is your 5 personal triggers for happiness. What are your 5 strongest and most helpful character traits? What are your strongest learning styles? What are the ways that you retain information the best? Are you introverted or extroverted, and why is that important? Where does meaning come from in your life? How do you make life meaningful? So step onto your most fulfilling path through life. You have to be able to answer all those questions and then align life with the answers. Again, I hear you say, that all sounds great, but what does this look like in real life? How can I get this on the screen? How does this work in real life? How do I get from a 4 to the 10? Well, for the last 10 years, I've studied this stuff and I've studied myself. I can answer all those questions that I've just asked you. And what I've done now is I've put it all together in one place that's easy to see and read. So here we go. This is what it looks like in real life, and what you're going to see is my life. If we're going to talk about your most personalised path to fulfillment and your purpose, what we're really talking about is your identity. Across the top of this chart is my identity. It's the answers to all those questions that I just asked you. Down the left-hand side, excuse me, are all the activities I've done in my life. And the colour scheme that works here, red equals bad and unhappy, blue equals good and very happy. So what you'll see on the bottom half of this chart is a lot of misery, a lot of emptiness, a lot of unhappiness. And this was the first 15 years after I left school. In there, you'll see mining and teaching, 2 good jobs that pay well, that should make you happy. I am a qualified high school teacher and a heavy diesel mechanic. I've done that work in the mines. Both of them made me miserable because they don't line up with my identity. They're perfect for someone else, but they're a recipe for misery for me. Then, as I uncovered more information about myself, I was able to uncover more activities that led to more blue appearing on my chart, until we got to the very top line there where it says coaching, which is what I'm doing now, which is my most fulfilling destination, which creates my most fulfilling path through life. It's my purpose. My purpose is to help other people uncover their purpose. Now, everybody has this color chart inside them because everybody has an identity. The trouble is, most people don't know those answers to those questions. Most people aren't clear about their identity. But just imagine if you could get clear about your identity, then you can get clear about the activities that you should and shouldn't be doing in life. If you want to be happy, it leads you to your most fulfilling path through life and to your purpose. How would your life change if you could have your own version of this color chart in front of you? That leads me to the special gift that I talked about at the start of this video. As a reward for you reaching this point, I want to offer you direct access to me in a free, complimentary, obligation-free call. A 15-minute, 20-minute chat with me about your purpose, about your most fulfilling path through life. No sales, no credit cards, no bank accounts, just you and me having a cup of tea and a bit of a chat, life-changing chat about your most fulfilling path through life. So to do that, underneath this video is my calendar. When this video ends, scroll down, choose a day, choose a time, book a call for a free, complimentary, obligation-free call. And that's it. So thanks for joining in, having a chat. Don't forget, book your free call. Scroll down under this video, choose your date, choose your time, book your call. I can't wait to have a chat with you about how to uncover your most personalised and fulfilling path through life. Have yourself a great day.